Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Prodigy Music Man, and I want to bring you guys into my journey of live streaming on YouTube. The first thing I'll say that I learned about live streaming is that preparation is key. So what I decided to do was I've got a setup in which I've got my TV, not my TV, it's a TV, but I use it as my monitor. I've got my production set up. I've literally got another laptop, which is the Lenovo Legion 7i, which I did a review on. That's my main streaming computer because it's such a powerhouse laptop. And then I've got these leftover screens that I just decided to use for being able to refer to what I'm seeing on my computer here and also in the stream. So it kind of works out. And this microphone right here, this is actually like a performance mic I used to have. And it was kind of not being used because I moved to a wireless setup, but it sounds phenomenal. And I was looking for a podcasting mic, but you know, honestly, I've got so many microphones, as you can see behind my head. I've got so many microphones laying around in my possession. I knew I probably had one that sounded good, just straight up good. And this one sounds really good to me. It's a 945 Sennheiser. So that being said, the hardest part to it was just getting started, getting the setup going how I wanted to go. I did buy a Stream Deck, which definitely helps to make it very smooth to do this. I know you can do it without one, but for me, it helped make it very easy. I love the hardware integration, totally worked. So from a hardware standpoint, you have to prepare and get all your stuff set up. So practice streaming as much as you can. Practice doing your demos or whatever you're doing live. You gotta practice it. Just like if you're performing, you really gotta practice it. Practice is the key to making sure it comes off good. There are so many areas of improvement for me. Let me just run through a few of them right now. As part of preparation, we talked about gear, but another part of preparation is promoting your live stream, which I totally did not do. My goal in the first week was really to make sure that I can do it. And I got like one view, which was basically like my wife. She clicked in and saw me one time, you know, and she posted something. But for the most part, nobody really joined like that. And I learned that, you know, you really have to promote in advance before you go live. That's the best way to get it. But also, I learned that pretty much nobody is checking my notifications on my channel. So if you are subscribed, please hit that notification bell. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe, but also hit that notification bell so you guys can know when I'm live streaming, so you guys can take a part of the experience that I'm doing. Another aspect of this that I learned, your descriptions and your tags do matter with your live stream. So take the time, write them out, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is my dashboard. I started out the week with 798 subscribers. No, 799 subscribers. I lost one when I started live streaming, which is hilarious. But then I went ahead and got another one back. So another one and another one back. So I got two back. This is my last video. It's not doing great. And this is kind of the struggle when you have a channel that's like low in subscribers. You don't have much visibility. So these are the live streams I did this week, last week, starting from the 10th all the way to the 16th. You can kind of see that like it wasn't fantastic. This is my very first one, but I think with this one, I actually messed up and I did not actually stream them the correct way. Meaning that I had them unlisted, but I had to go public later. I think this one I did stream live. And you can see, I went ahead and did the thumbnail. No, this is actually the one I did not do that right. I remember now. I did not. I thought I was public, but I was actually unlisted. And I fluffed that one. So that's a big thing. Make sure your visibility is set correctly. But let me show you what I mean with these tags. So my tags here, the title of my video is Making Lo-Fi Girl Type Beats. I'm specifically targeting people who are looking for like lo-fi girl. Then I went ahead and started using that in my descriptions right here. And I went ahead and used it in my tags. That's how you rank higher in your tags. So if I were to double click on this specific tag, I should rank. It says excellent in TubeBuddy. I should rank. But again, it's gonna take some time, and you can see other people are kind of high and low. So this may be like a live channel, but these are kind of like, you know, examples of the content that I was making. I just don't want to sit down and have to edit this. I just want to make this on the fly. I want to make this on the go. One aspect of it was making sure that my descriptions were good and that my tags and everything were in line so people could actually find me when I'm doing my live streaming. This is my last video here, and I think when I did this one, I'm trying different thumbnails, trying to see if anything kind of keeps people's eye, it catches their eye. I also went with the lo-fi girl tag again. Pretty much when you do live stream, it doesn't really change. It's like the same thing over and over again. So you can change the description every time you go live, before you hit that start screen. Now, I did do better with the tags in this one, But as you can see, my view count, which was, let's go back on this one, I think it was like 13. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm probably like 80% of that. So it really doesn't, it's not really doing anything extra here. My analytics on this are probably pretty crappy, if I even have analytics, and I'll just show you. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much where you're at. And when you start, you don't have anything. Now, my whole goal with my channel here is to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized, because I think I have the watch hours, I just don't have the subscriber count. So I would like to monetize my content and also get more consistent with specifically what I'm posting. So just to make sure that the algorithm knows like this is a music channel. It's not a channel that is doing anything other than music. That's what I really need to do. Music and technology related to music, because I'm gonna have other channels that are gonna specialize in other things. Another thing too to look at my impressions here. We'll make this a little bit bigger, because I'm on a 4K monitor. Look at my impressions here. So my impressions here are showing that like 125 impressions. Browsing, I've come across here. Search, I've come across here. That's not bad. It's okay. I mean, nothing fantastic. Click-through rate of 4.3. It's not too bad. Who's my audience though? Who's actually watching me? And this is like literally like blocked out. I think I don't have an audience. Is that what it's trying to tell me? Okay, saying that you don't have enough information, clearly. So people who are not subscribed, which is funny. So apparently it's coming across people who are not subscribed, and that's how they're finding the content. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But that's that last video. So I'm gonna let that go and get out of this one. We'll see how that one goes. That one really tagged well. Let's go to like my initial one that I see how bad that description is. Like that's horrible. Like that is not good at all. I literally didn't put anything in here, and there's nothing really specific here. And I'm not using the title and my description, which is something that they tell you to do, and my tags suck. So this video shouldn't be doing anything. And how many views do I have on this? It says I have 22, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably most of that. I don't know who or how this is even being populated. Even the thumbnail sucks. The thumbnail is like garbage. But let's look at the analytics. It's almost 10 days old or 13 days old. 11 views. Okay, cool. So really like nothing. It's showing up in browse. Nobody's really looking at it. YouTube search is popping up, which is interesting. 4.1 click-through rate, which is interesting too. Watch time sucks, and because the video's like 50 minutes long, and is showing up with these types of videos, which instrumental reggaeton and Tom DeLonge. Okay, well, I don't know how Blink 182 correlates to this, but it is what it is. But all that being said, I think what I'm just trying to show you guys is like, when you first start out with this, you have to figure out how you market to the people that, you know, you want to see your videos. Let me fix this really quick. I guess, you know, over time, we'll see how things actually work out with this. But that's definitely the first thing I would say is I've got to make it discoverable in order for people to actually care about it. That's the first thing. And that's probably the most important lesson that I learned, is that if you don't describe it right, the YouTube algorithms won't pick it up, and nobody's going to know about it except your subscribers. And chances are your subscribers do not have the notification bell on for you, especially if you don't routinely do this. So you're basically talking to nobody, and that's what I was doing. I had a lot of videos in which I was talking to nobody. Let's go ahead and talk about the next part about it. I thought that YouTube would say, oh, this is live, so we're gonna uplift this and push it up. But they don't really do that at all, especially when you don't describe it well. So I was shooting myself in the foot. I'm still gonna work on trying to figure out the right wording and being consistent with this, because I see other people doing it who have a much larger subscriber base than me, but they're actually like getting people to look at them. And so the idea is that if I can look at what they're doing and fall in line with how they're posting, I should be able to at least fall within the recommendations on the algorithm for people who are looking for similar content. It's very niche, but the information is like not something that's like a generally known thing about how to do what I'm doing, and or even like my background and my experience as a subject matter expert when it comes to music production and writing songs and things like that. Let's talk about the goal for next week. So my goal for next week is to actually get somebody to join and keep them on for longer than 3 seconds or a few seconds or whatever. I really want to make sure that people are entertained. So I have to be discoverable is the first goal. Discoverability. I have to make sure that I'm discoverable. How can I improve that? Well, you know, I did my description, but one thing I want to do next week is I want to work on promoting it in advance. I want to work on a premiere of my live show. Like, I'm going live at this time. Let's see if that works, if that gives the algorithm time to prepare to broadcast what I'm doing. I don't know. We'll take a chance on it going forward. That's how I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to be consistent with my date. I'm going to try 2 streams this week. I'm going to try to be consistent with my dates going forward. But for the immediate week, it's definitely going to be about premiering my live stream. We're saying my live stream is going to start at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever. Okay. And I guess the next thing that I want to do will be to work on, I wrote it down. How could I forget this? I need more energy. I need to be more entertaining. Because when I watch it back, I try to put myself in the mindset of the audience. And I say audience like you guys. Am I entertaining? Is it boring? Is it something you actually want to come back and check and watch? Is it engaging? Do you want to ask questions, right? And I'm my own worst critic. I'm my own worst honest critic. I've always been like that with music. And I feel like with the podcast, learning how to use this stuff, learning how to basically perform to nobody, that's something that I've done before. I just have to remind myself, hey, you gotta perform on this like somebody's watching, like you're talking to a bunch of people, like it's engaging, and you gotta be entertaining. And normally in the studio, we're not normally doing that. We're not like sitting there like, yeah, this is what I did this for, and this is what I did this for. But I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it to the point to where it feels uncomfortable, and I'm gonna see what it looks like, because that's the only way to grow, is to push yourself and to get uncomfortable. So with that being said, I know this is a long video. Probably nobody's really watching it. Whatever. This is just a documentation and a progression in the very first week of my update on my live stream and how I'm trying to get better at this on YouTube. I will take this and I will put this in my other formats of my YouTube channels too that are not related to music, because honestly, guys, anything I can do to stay out of the editing softwares and sitting there and trying to figure stuff out, A+. I'm all about that. Let's just get it done quicker, because the bang for the buck regarding your time and the return for it, my best videos, I'll show you, my best videos are literally like not doing anything. My best videos are literally me on my phone. Let's go to my analytics really quick, because this is going to be interesting. So I don't have 1,000 subs. I'm at 800. I had a video that went viral a long time ago about technology because Google went down, and I did great. But for the most part, if I can get this off my screen, let's go back. This is a video I did about, a video I did about a bed liner. I literally filmed this with my phone, and I didn't use my super expensive equipment. I didn't use my super expensive gimbals, and that was it. It was done. This video right here, this X5M video, I had this sitting on my hard drive for like 3 or 4 years, and it's performing so well. I don't even have that car anymore. I sold that car like 2017, y'all. So I literally had something recorded and I just never edited it. And that just goes to show you, you never know who cares about what you're looking for. And the real reason why that does so well is because there's not really many videos out there of people who own these cars. This one right here was one of the first videos that I did that actually popped off big. This was a sticker video, and you know, this has nothing to do with music, but that's video hits hard. So my top 2 videos have nothing to do with music as far as the immediately short-term best performing videos I have, nothing to do with music. Okay, this one is Arcade 1-Up. That one's doing well, and that's cool. And I have another one that I'm thinking about doing, because I think music and games kind of go together. That's cool. And let's see. These are like my more music specific one, minus this one. This is also recording on a phone. I'm just saying this, look, don't get so caught up in your equipment. Just record the content. It doesn't matter. See, the reason why this works, this setup for me, this OBS setup works for me, is because it's easy. I don't have to like sit down, plug a camera in, do this, do that. I literally hit an on switch and I click start streaming and I'm good and I'm done. I'm cool, I got it. And everybody's not able to do that to that level, but there's smaller degrees to which you can do this, whether it be like an old camera or old phone or something like that. Even your current phone, you'll always have it with you. So don't get so caught up in having like the best camera, the best microphone, the best whatever. I already had this. I already had a lot of this stuff. I already had this. I don't need to go buy more stuff to do streaming. Most popular streamers don't have the greatest things in the world either. So don't get so caught up in paralysis analysis where you say you gotta have top of the line stuff to do it. I'm streaming on OBS. OBS is free, right? I have a computer. I can do it from one computer if I wanted to, but I'm using multiple computers because I already have it. I'm not buying more computers to do this. So all that being said though, that's kind of the whole point, is like, just do it. Just do it. Like the Nike team likes to say, just do it. And I guarantee you, if you just do it, you guys can be legend too. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll holler at you. Peace. Real quick, I actually like to put a time limit on how much time I spend editing. So for me, if I have to spend more than 30 minutes on an edit, it's pretty much not really worth it, because you know, I'm not going to get that kind of a return. So until I start getting big returns on it, I'm only going to allocate about 30 minutes of my time on the edit. I'd rather spend more time making content that just may hit. And then on the flip side, I apply that same logic to music production as well. If it takes you too long to make something, you're going to end up spending way too much time. And it's better to just kind of get your ideas flowing instead of getting caught up on all the little small details that don't really matter to most people. Because at the end of the day, it's all about a vibe. Peace.